Morrison of the Talking Heads, now of the Casual Gods, and you're watching the Alternate Beat.
It's a matter of discovery, I think, when we write. That there's something there to say, and you can tell when you're forcing it and it's inauthentic, and when it's just like a very natural flowing forth of the juices.
Here's an interview by a band called Dreams.
Off the ground, but once we did, 2 weeks later we were playing. The name came from an album by, I guess you'd call her a jazz. Actually, it's hard to classify. Her name's Carla Bley. Her husband, Paul Bley, is a pretty famous musician also. She did an album, wrote an album of material that was performed by Gary Burton back in the 70s. Actually has absolutely nothing to do with us in terms of music. But I had bought that album years ago, and I always thought it was a really cool name, and that if I ever had a band that the material would lend itself to being associated with that name, that I'd like to use it. When I think Power Trio, I think like Cream, and that's one of my favorite bands from that era. And I don't know that we have much in common with them as far as pure musical style, but in sensibility and doing powerful songs that are still melodic and have big hooks and make lyric statements that are worth actually thinking about and listening to over and over. I think, I'd like to think we're a power trio.
One can understand musical rules without necessarily being very good at executing them.
Joey Ramone, they revolutionized rock and roll. Like creating punk rock. Oh man, God. I hope Jeannie agrees with that.
Today I'm Dan. And I'm Scott. We're two of Velvet Elvis, and you're watching Alternate Beat.
Well, no, we still have very high principles, and we still maintain integrity. That's what reigns supreme in the Ramones. And we still do things our own way, and we still write the best songs.
From Camper Van Beethoven, and you're watching Alternate Beat.
Sugarcubes, and we're sweating in America.
Well, we'd like to welcome all our video viewers out across America right now to Capitol Records Studio C. My name is Lee Farron. I'm in video promotion here at Capitol. We're lucky enough to have two members of the Go-Betweens with us, out supporting a new record from Capitol, 16 Lovers Lane, and your first video single, which is Was There Anything I Could Do? Robert is a guitar player and songwriter in the band, and Amanda, who plays violin, guitar, oboe, and some vocals.
That's right.
They move around quite a bit.
Yeah.
Tell us about the band. You're originally from Australia, correct?
Yeah. The band started in Brisbane in the late 70s, about 10 years ago. Originally it was just Grant and Robert, the songwriting partnership. And after a while they were joined by Lindy, then by Rob Vickers, a bass player, and then by me. And now by a new bass player, John Wilstead. So the band's gradually been adding members over the last few years.
So you've been out touring quite a bit overseas for the last couple of months at least, right? Supporting the release.
Yeah, that's right.
You've had some chart success?
We have. The record's been doing very well in Australia, which is very heartening. We signed to a new label there, and immediately they did very good things for us. And we've also been in the last couple of months touring in Europe, which is another very good market for us, and a lovely place to play. Germany, Scandinavia, Greece. It was absolutely lovely. So we're looking towards America now.
Yeah, it should be a great tour, and this is a new endeavor for you to be coming into the States with a great new record.
Yes.
Try and expose a new band here. Tell us about the new single, because that's what our viewers here are going to see as their first glimpse of the Go-Betweens.
Well, it's a song off our album, 16 Lovers Lane. It's the first single that's coming out here. The video that's for the single we shot in London a couple of months ago with a director that we'd worked with before. I think it's a good video. I think it's direct. It's colourful.
Basically just a live kind of performance video.
Right. Well, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to talk to us today.
It's a pleasure, Lee.
Video across America. Stay tuned. The Go-Betweens on Capitol Records with their debut release, 16 Lovers Lane. Their first single, Was There Anything I Could Do? Check it out.
Hi, I'm Dave from the Mighty Lemon Drops.
And I'm Paul, and you're watching The Alternate Beat. You know, that's the attitude we got from, like, the record company, where they will introduce themselves and make you feel like you're beneath them, like, you know, they're pleased to meet me, I'm sure. You know, so, you know, we can return it just as easily.
I think it's too much in the music business. It's too much of the people meeting the 1 year schedule, and it's whether they've got enough or not. You tend to get a lot of records that have got like maybe 3-4 singles, and the rest is just fillers to make stuff the LP out a bit.
It was very exciting, but so much hard work. I mean, I was, when I did it, I said, oh, poor Madonna. She has so many. They worked this poor girl to death. It's very hard, but it's wonderful when it's done. It's an exciting genre. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we use the sequences quite a lot these days, as we tend to get older and lazier. But I don't know about surprises. I mean, it's very hard to tell really. I mean, I think live we're a lot harder, a lot rockier than we are on record, which I personally like a great deal.
Now the reason for that is because I've just washed my hair in Harmony. And,
Harmony hairspray.
So I mean, I just put it on because they've just sponsored us. They're giving me a car.
Because, I'm sorry, is it that? In case I'm just laughing because our guitar player's over there doing yoga in his skivvies. So it's just a little funny.
And someone ran backstage and said, get on stage, get on stage. I said, why? They said, you won. And I said, won what? What are you talking about? What did I win? And then it dawned on me that I won, but I had no idea. And I was backstage getting drunk, so I didn't hear them announce my name. Oh, sorry.
Hello, boys and girls. Is the film rolling? Is the film rolling? Yes. Hello, boys and girls. You are watching Alternate Beat.